Hi, today I'm going to do spark plug change on the old Boulevard. Now, I'll just show you what I'm going to put on. I'm going to put these Iridium plugs in. Iridium by NGK. The difference between this and normal plugs is, you'll see it's a tiny wee thin electrode inside, very thin, minute. And the difference between that and a normal plug is a normal plug's thicker electrode. The normal plug's copper core inside, this is iridium. So it's a lot more expensive and it's a lot harder wearing. It lasts a lot longer. A normal plug is copper core or similar, and they'll last, I don't know, maybe 10,000, maybe 20,000 kilometres. If you're lucky. These will last you at least 80,000 kilometres. Now you're paying double the price, maybe a bit more than double, but they'll last you a lot longer. Now a lot of people are confused into thinking that iridium plugs are better, they'll give you better performance. That's not true. The best conductor is copper, so the cheaper basic plugs will actually give you a better spark. There's not much difference in it, but it will give you a slightly, very fraction, a slightly better spark, so you get better performance. These, not quite as clear a spark, but it still gives you a good spark. It'll still run fine, but they last longer. So if you've got a bike like the Boulevard where you have to take the tank off and you have to take covers off and everything to get into your spark plugs, spend the money and buy iridium plugs. Put them in, you'll get at least 80,000 kilometres, at least. Some reckon 100,000, I don't know. 80,000 anyway, which is quite good for a spark plug. And that way you can do your oil changes every 5 or 10,000, however regular you'll want to do it. You don't have to worry about doing your plugs. In fact, the length that some people keep a bike, you might put them in once and that'll do it until you change your bike. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to put these in the Boulevard M109R. Quite simple, quite straightforward, a lot of mucking around, but however, it's just the way it is with that bike, hence iridium plugs going in. So let's make a start. So the first thing you need to do is take the tank off. So you need to remove this cover first. It's like an Allen key. So take the bolt out there. Oops, and that cover will lift off like that and just hang down at the side of your petrol tank. Next thing, take off the bolt on the bottom of your tank. Then your tank's ready to lift off. Always put your bolts and bits and pieces somewhere safe so that you don't lose them. Now once you get your tank bolt out, just lift it up. You'll find 4 different clips or pipes and things in here that you have to unclip. Just a bit awkward to get at them, but once you get them unclipped, the tank will come off. So the fuel tank's off. So this is what you have to disconnect, this wee plug and this fuel line. You'll see a blue bit, you squeeze the end and this plug comes off. And then set your petrol tank like that, so as the fuel doesn't escape. So next, change the plugs. So to get the spark plug on this side, you'll see a cover on the back cylinder. Pull that cover off. And there's your spark plug. Just pop the cap off like that. That'll change that one. And the other one is on the top here. Just pull that cover off. And there's your other spark plug down that hole. So you've got 2 for each cylinder. So you can go ahead and change these ones now. So if you have a long extension, you'll get it down that hole, and just keep screwing it until it comes out. There we go. There's one, and the other one is down here. Long extension's a handy thing, it saves a lot of messing around. Putting them in is just the reversal. And there we go. 2 spark plugs out. Now you'll notice the old plug, there's no screw in the top like the new one. So you want to take a pair of pliers, just take the top off. Like that, yep. And when you put these plugs in, see the plug socket's got a rubber thing on it, so the plug's not going to fall, because you don't want to drop the plug, because if you bend the electrode you'll damage it. So just slowly into the hole, just turn gently, you'll feel if it's on the right thread or not. If it turns more or less itself, you're on the right thread. Tighten it down until it's tight, and then maybe a wee bit until you feel the washer on the plug compressing. Get the next one, same again, take the end off like that. Pop it into your plug key so that it doesn't fall. Gently pop it down the hole and gently turn, and you'll find it'll clip onto the thread quite easily, like that. And once you feel it's tight, just give it a wee like that. That should be tight enough. Take this one, you'll feel it going with a click, and this one will also go on with a click, like that. Pop your covers on and then do the other side. So that side's all done, covers back on. I've lifted the centre panel, put it in the middle. So, pop the cover off. This panel here, there's a screw here, take it out. There's a screw which holds the top panel on, take them out, and this will pull to the side. Now, this plug here, just stick it in the hole there, that's easy done. I'm just about to put a new one in. This is the bugger, getting in here, but with a plug key at an angle, like that. You'll manage it. And then once it's slackened off, it should lift off. It's just a bugger to get into, but a bit of perseverance. There we go. It's just getting it out now. You've got to dismantle your thing, your socket. If you have to take the angle bit off to be able to get that out. It's a pain in the arse, but that's why it's worth putting Iridium plugs, and it saves a lot of hassle. There we go. That's that one in here, and you can see the one at the other side down the middle here. See there? Yep. Just give it a good check when you're putting it in. These things should just go in by hand, like on the end of your socket spanner, but by hand. And then when it stops, if you've only got quarter to half a turn left, which crushes the washer, then that's fine. You know you've got it in right. If you start turning it and it jams up right away, take it back out, because you'll have cross-threaded it. Just be very careful. But that's it, more or less. Plug's done. I'm just going to go over them, just make sure, have a wee look in there with my torch, make sure the other one's seated properly. But they're all tightened up, so it's just a matter of popping the covers back on, pop this cover on, screw this up onto it, job's done. By the way, there's your brake fluid for your rear brake, just in case you were wondering. And if you take the cover off the other side, you'll be able to see your reservoir for your coolant. Make sure these rubbers are back on, that's what your tank slides onto, and then bolts down here. There's your filler cap for filling up coolant if you have to flush your radiator out, which I think maybe every 3 years it might be a good idea to do that. The only other thing was when I took this off, I unplugged it, it made it easier. So when I put it back in, I'll plug it. You see the brown watermark here? That just shows you dampness gets in there off the road, and that's why it's a sealed rubber thing, to stop the dampness going down to the bottom, using the plug to track. So anyway, made by Denso. So that's that done. I'll get the bike put back together again. Now, guess what I just done? I put a tank on, never connected up the plug or the fuel pipe. Ah, stupid bugger, that's how easy it is to make a stupid mistake. Anyway, lift the tank up and connect them back up again. So, once it's done, put everything back together. First turn of the key and all done. There we go. Iridium plugs installed. I'll no need to touch him again for another 80,000. That's all for just now. Next will be air filters, but be a wee while yet before I need to change them. See you later.